Ken Pillar believes the plants inside this climate-controlled growing room could change the course of medicine.
These plants were planted about 3 months ago. They've got maybe another month to continue filling in the seeds. You can see the green pods here, usually 3 seeds per pod. These will fill up and get larger. By the 4th month, leaves will start to turn yellow, and by month 5, all the seeds will be dried down and will be ready to harvest.
You might think the plants are rare and tropical, found only in the far corners of the world. Think again.
Most folks will see these as soybean seeds. I see these as a technology that can solve lots of problems we have out there.
That's right, the plants inside this specially designed room are genetically engineered soybeans.
Each one of these plants will produce about 100 to 200 seeds. These seeds can then be crushed into a powder. The protein can be extracted in a soy milk formulation, and if it was to be administered as an oral therapeutic, for example, the seeds from one plant would represent about 100 doses of a therapeutic. If this were to be purified, for instance, for a vaccine, this would represent about 10,000 doses of a vaccine.
At least that's the hope of a biotech company called SoyMeds. Its research is aimed at creating soybean, seed-based medicines that can treat, prevent, and even cure diseases. The company was spun out of the biology department of UNC Charlotte. SoyMeds' lab is inside Woodward Hall on the university's main campus.
We're allowing these seeds to do what nature has endowed them to do, and that is to make a large amount of protein in a very small package. So that concentrates the protein. It allows there to be a really high amount of protein in a small biomass.
And in that lab, researchers have found the soybean can turn the body's immune system on and off. It's kind of like a light switch. The key lies in the amount of protein found in a soybean. A bean is 38% protein.
We can engineer seeds to express that protein that's targeted to that specific place, those specific cells in the gut. These seeds can be ground into a powder, and if this seed contained a vaccine, we would have hundreds of doses here that we could grind up in a powder.
So this could be the vaccine of the future, a glass of soy milk made with specially grown beans in which the proteins have been designed to provide immunity from a specific disease. Drink the glass, let the proteins do their work, and turn the immune system on. A person could be protected against diseases like measles and polio.
We have the ability to take these seeds or the powder and store them for years. We've done some experiments where we've taken seeds that express a particular protein. 5 years later, we can look at the protein in those seeds and there's been no degradation, no loss of the protein at all. So the ability to store this protein after it's produced and purified if necessary at some point later, I think is a huge advantage.
I think this platform technology can really help a lot of people. This is, millions of vaccines.
SoyMeds researchers say their soybean seed-based medicines work because the body's largest immune system is in the gut. The gut breaks down large molecules of proteins, fats, and other items into smaller molecules that are then absorbed and carried throughout the body. What's more, the immune system responds best to proteins, and simply introducing these vaccine proteins into the gut will trigger a response that will be spread throughout the body. So, the researchers at SoyMeds have genetically introduced vaccine proteins into soybean proteins. That creates, essentially, a pharmaceutical soybean. Think vaccine in a bean. While the most obvious use of this soybean technology might be to create vaccines that turn the body's immune system on, the folks at SoyMeds hope these seeds can be used in the other direction, to grow and introduce proteins into the body that turn the immune system off. And that could have a tremendous life-changing effect in the treatment of autoimmune diseases, such as multiple sclerosis. The researchers at SoyMeds say because of the high protein content of soybean seeds, large amounts of target proteins for vaccines and therapeutics can be obtained from a relatively few soybean plants. So, The medicinal soybeans designed to counter specific viruses could be grown in small, specially designed and secured growing rooms. Those specially designed soybeans could be made in large quantities at low cost, stored long-term, and shipped easily.
Mother Nature has found a way to evolve the soybean seed into a storage organelle. And this storage system stores just a few soybean proteins that are put together in a very complex and large fashion. And when the seed germinates, those large proteins are broken down into the amino acids that are going to be needed for the germinating and growing protein. So soybean is a natural storage system.